All right, so often people always ask me in my comments or get in my DM, Cherry, I'm trying to get into a CDL school. What's the best CDL school you know? What's the most cheapest CDL school I can attend? What's the CDL school I can go to that gives me the biggest head start, gives me the most information I need, and things of that nature? And I'm gonna tell you something you may be surprised at. Obtaining your CDL at a community college is probably the best thing you can do. It's cheaper, and you get a government grant for it. So once you finish paying for the class, paying for the urine sample, paying for the DOT physical, guess what? You get a check back in the mail for what you spent for to go to school. Now, also, it's really cheap. You know what I mean? Most people, if you ask people where they went and got their CDL from, they'll tell you all these different schools, but they're private schools. You know what I mean? So they can charge you $7,000, $10,000, $5,000, all of this money, right? And most of the times you don't pay for it. You'll go through a company, and the company will pay for it, and then you're mandated to work for that company for 6 months to a year before you're able to leave. And if you leave before, I've heard some people say that the school, that the job they went to, the school they went to, canceled their CDL when they left. Then I've heard people just say they just put it on your credit, things of that nature. But who wants anything to be put on their credit because you didn't want to go to this, you didn't want to attend this job any longer? Because a lot of times when you get your CDL and somebody pays for your school, whatever company it is, whatever big wig company it is, you're gonna pay them back. So say for instance, your starting pay could be 60 cents, right? Which you're probably not gonna get as a newbie coming out of school. But if the company you work for, their starting pay starts at 60 cents, you're not gonna get 60 cents. They're gonna cut you off. They're gonna cut you off at 40 cents, 35 cents, and then out of that 35, 45 cent amount you're getting, you're gonna be expected to pay back that loan that they gave you for you to get your CDL through that school you went through. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if you get your CDL through a community college, it's yours, free and clear. Once you pay to go to school and obtain that CDL, you don't owe anybody else any money. You know what I mean? Now, the downside of that is when you get out of school, you're gonna have to put a little bit more effort in finding out where you're gonna work. Because a lot of companies don't like to take chances on new students, you know, that are rookies, so to speak, which we all started off as a rookie. They don't like to take chances on you. So it's only like four premier companies that take rookie students. But it's gonna come at a pay cost, a pay decrease. It's gonna come at a lot of bull crap you gotta go through to get in with these companies. You know, so I would say if you're gonna get your CDL, go to a community college, look up in whatever city or state you're in. 95% of the schools that you go to and community colleges, they're gonna have a CDL program. So if I was you, I would look into that, and that would be the best thing for you. Like I said, again, of course, you can't go through a private company, pay $5,000, $6,000. Of course, you probably won't pay it. The job that you go through will usually pay it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to work for them, and you have to put up with that bull crap until you finish paying back what you owe. So that means if you're making 40 cents a mile, you're getting 2,500 miles a week, and your paycheck $800, maybe $700, $800, depending on how much tax you got coming out of it. You're gonna also have to take out what you owe them for the paying for your CDL. You know, so that's why you hear a lot of people say when they first started out they didn't make a lot of money, and most of the time that's why. Not only that you're a rookie and you got to get down pat the mechanics of it, but also because you owe the job that you're working for. So you're gonna go get your CDL, go to a community college like I did.